Hey everybody, my name's Elizabeth, and welcome back to my channel where I encourage everyone to get out and enjoy their lives, even if that means doing it by yourself. Today, I am in Indianapolis, and I'm here for a show. I'm gonna see Beauty and the Beast tonight, and I am so excited. This is one of my favorite Disney movies, and they started doing the national tour, and I decided to come see it. Um, yeah. So I actually got a hotel because I decided while I'm in Indianapolis I might as well do a couple other things. So I just checked in and now I'm gonna drive over to the theater and see the show. Let's go. This is the coolest theater. I've never been here before. All right, I might get a bottle of water, but I'm gonna find, oh, there we are. Let's go get some merchandise. Okay, so I got a pretty good seat. I'm on the floor, I guess I should say. But whether or not it's a good seat remains to be seen because it is like an obstructed view. So I won't know if it's a good seat till after the show, but let me show you my view. Okay, so I'm actually in the back row. I've got this like space because I got a pillar next to me. And then the stage is up there. And then of course the balcony is hanging down. So you can't, I can't see the full screen. Like, that isn't it, you know, Beauty and the Beast dancing there, and I can't see it. So yeah, we'll see how it is once the show starts. Okay, well, I just got back from seeing Beauty and the Beast at the Murat Theater in Indianapolis. It was a cool theater. I've never been to that theater before. It had a huge lobby with a lot of well, there were a lot of bars, but there was a lot of detail, and it was pretty cool. It was very crowded because this is a popular show and there were a lot of people there. I got, it's been a little while since I bought my ticket, but I think my ticket was relatively cheap because it was one of those obstructed views tickets. I think if I were to go back to the same theater again, I would go for a balcony seat instead so that I could see the whole stage. Because I could see, I didn't miss anything that was happening, but I do think that I was missing, some of the effect of the sets, because I couldn't see, the top. So, if I were to go back, I would keep that in mind, and I would probably go for a cheap seat, up in the balcony, because at least from the balcony, I can see everything. Now this was probably the audience for this one was probably the most disruptive that I've ever been a part of. And it had nothing to do with all the kids there. It had everything to do with adults. And first of all, a lot of people came late. And I don't know, I know, there are, maybe there was a accident or something that I don't know about. I kind of turned around while they were closing the doors and saw that there were a lot of people still in the lobby, just I don't know what they were doing, but they were not coming into the theater, and it was time to start the show, so they closed the doors. And then they held people for 9 minutes. And then after those 9 minutes, there was this shocking rush of people to get to their seats, and they were not quiet, and they were, so there was, it was distracting. And then all throughout the show, everybody, well, not everybody, but so many people were just getting up to go, I don't know, freshen their drink, use the bathroom. I don't know. It surprises me. I know that there are medical issues and things like that some people have, but not all those people. And it was not children. And, they would just kind of get up and wander out, and then they'd wander back in. And it's just not fun being a part of performance where you have to deal with that, because it is extremely distracting, to have people constantly cutting in front of your line of sight, and then to have the doors opening behind you, which lets in light. And so it was hard to stay focused on the show for the entire amount of time, because this audience was just a more unpleasant experience than I'm used to. So that wasn't great. The show I enjoyed. I'm having a hard time like truly processing it because of all the distractions that were going on. Um, the performers were wonderful. Belle was great. There was one song. So, of course, there are all the songs from the Disney movie, and then they add more songs because it needs to be the length of a Broadway show. And some of the new songs were great, and some of them were just fine. And I feel like one of the songs that she sang that was new, I don't know if it was actually great, but she sang it great. And I was like, I don't know if that was a good song, but you did great, you know? Um, and it was funny. I liked, yeah, the way like the Beast was a little funnier than he was in the movie. And so that was, I liked that. Um, yeah, it was just hard. It's hard for me to like truly process because of all the distractions, and that's unfortunate. I will say that I feel like I might, when I, kind of reassess, it might be a circumstance where I think that the original movie was the superior experience. Um and I'm not sure why. I might just be because it's such a fantastical thing, like they're trying to do this beast creature, and on stage it can only be so, realistic, which it's not realistic, but and not that a cartoon is realistic, but at least in the world of the cartoon you can believe it. And then, with the all the characters being like objects, with a cartoon, they're actually an object, and with, a live performance. So it's fun and it's good, but, as far as which I prefer, I think I still prefer the movie. And that's not true with all of the Disney adaptations onto live stage. I would say, like, The Lion King, I think the Broadway musical is far superior to the movie. I might be minority in that, just because people seem to love that movie more than I do. I know that's beloved by some people, and to me, the movie is just fine. But the Broadway musical of The Lion King is fantastic. And I think with Beauty and the Beast, I think it's going to be the opposite for me once I reassess. And I am going to be seeing this again. It's coming to Cincinnati next year. And originally I was going to take my parents today, but then my mom decided for some reason to go on a cruise with her sisters-in-law. I don't know. Priorities are all wrong, I guess. I don't know. No, I'm kidding. And so anyway, we weren't able to do this show because it's only running for the week, and my mom was not gonna be able to make it. But then I realized it was gonna be in Cincinnati, so I'm taking them next year when it's in Cincinnati. So I will be going back in about 6 months and seeing it again. And I've always had great experiences at the theater in Cincinnati. So hopefully I'll be able to focus, see everything, not be distracted by a lot of people coming and going, and reassess. But I think that's where it's going to end up. I think I'm going to end up saying like, oh, it's a good show. The movie's better, but that might just be my love for that movie. But we'll see. But it was fun. I'm so glad I got to do it. I have my magnet. Oh, I should show you my magnet. Hang on just a minute. Okay, so it's still in the wrapping, but that's what it looks like. And it's like got like, is it hearts, or I think they're just supposed to be rose petals, like confetti inside. They did have a lot of magnet, like 5 different magnet options. Usually there's 1, maybe 2 that you can pick from. This one had 5, and this was the most expensive because I do tend to have, my tastes do tend to run towards the more expensive one, so I decided to go with that one. But yeah, so I like it. But yeah, it was, I enjoyed the experience immensely. But I'm looking forward to going back and seeing it, and hopefully having fewer distractions. I did see so many little girls dressed up as Belle there. That was adorable. And like I said, the kids were not a problem. Like, they were not the ones leaving. They weren't causing, like, I didn't hear any, like, loud kids or anything. Like, they were all, like, perfect. You know, they laughed when it was funny, and, you know, and, but yeah, they were not a problem. It was adults who couldn't, you know, sit still. And that's unfortunate. I guess I'm like, I paid money to go see that show. I'm gonna make sure that, like, okay, I'm gonna use the bathroom before, so I don't have to get up in the middle of it, you know, or I'm gonna, you know, or that so I can wait till intermission, or like, I can't fathom, like, paying that money to go see a show and then, like, getting up and missing part of it. I just can't, like, unless it's a medical thing, like, I can't relate. But anyway, I am here in Indianapolis for a couple days. I'm going to do a couple more things. There's one thing I'm kind of toying with doing. I'm not sure if I'm going to end up doing it, but so you'll be seeing a couple of vlogs here over the next couple of weeks or months. I might spread them out of stuff I've done in Indianapolis. But if you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Lead the Life Vlog, and I will see you next time. Bye.